So this is the newest album by N.E.R.D, a Pharrell collaboration with the producer Chad. And for all of you who may not know who Pharrell is, allow me to elaborate. Say hi to the camera, boy.
Hello.
Aw, you're so cute. That's my little brother.
Hey.
Alright, so for all of you who may not be familiar to Pharrell, he is a fashion icon, song producer, songwriter, and he makes a mix of R&B, rap, and pop that have been a fame throughout the 90s. Of course, he's a legend. He first worked on the song Rump Shaker in the 90s. Of course, he was with the group Neon. Of course, he made the song for I'm a Slave for You. He made the song Grinding. He also worked with Babyface. This guy have been in the music industry for a while throughout the years. So Pharrell, this is the N.E.R.D's newest album. So let's get into the track listing. Now, Lemon, the first single off the album, was pretty excellent. It has excellent beats on it, excellent instrumentation, along with the song Thousands. But com it's the lyrical concepts and comput that Pharrell has on the track. I'm really not really digging it. I mean, I feel that Rihanna rapped better than Pharrell on this track, but Rihanna rapped better on Kendrick Lamar on the Loyalty Out single. So that's how I feel. Rihanna spits fire. But of course, Pharrell, he kind of mentions like guns, which was the first sign that there's going to be a lot of mentioning of politics, but it's kind of going to be half-assed or just like a participation ribbon version of mentioning politics throughout the whole album. Now, the second track, Deep Down Body, if it, of course, kind of sounds like Hall and Oates, You Make My Dreams Come True, the song with the whole piano used on that track. Kind of really didn't like it. It didn't really build up to a hook or a chorus or anything. It was kind of like an interlude, a needless interlude. Now we get to the third track featuring Gucci Mane and Wale. Now Gucci Mane does this thing where he says that they think he's a magician. They think he knows magic, which is duh. I mean, that's like me saying they think I'm a doctor. They think I know medicine, or they think I'm a judge. They think I know law. It is a given that if you're a magician, that you know some sort of magic or whatever. Duh. Now, of course, the only thing I can say it's about a thousands is that Future, he does his thing, but the hook on here sounds like it was just made in like one instant without thinking. He says 1,000, then he says in the mirror is a hero, like just like a forced rhyme, and just really wasn't really captivating for me. Now, don't do it. It's this song, this political track that seems like more thought out. It's the most thought out track on the whole album to me. It talks about police brutality and rioting and violence, and Kendrick Lamar pulls it off excellently on this track. you know, and Pharrell, he goes at this ad nauseum, mentioning cities that had to do with either racial violence, racial rioting, or police brutality that I thought was really nice. Then you get a track like ESP and the track Lightning, which I didn't really care for. Both of these tracks talk about the supernatural and stuff like that I don't really care. And it talks ad nauseum about them. Both EPS talks more about like Sixth Sense, and then Lightning, Fire, so blah 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 blah. Kind of reminds me of the Red Peppers album, sex magic, the way they just throw stuff out and just put it in a word salad and stuff like that. Now, Rolling Seven is a song I don't really care for. Even Andre 3000 can't save the song, but he does make a racial reference to he's not being treated like a white nigga. And Pharrell, he does this reference to being as black as the Moors, like Pharrell's like a more American or whatever, stuff like that. If you're really into the whole ideas. Now, Kite has a reference to the border, stuff like that. And of course, Kendrick Lamar drops another solid feature on here as his second feature. That was pretty nice. Now, the song Secret Life of Tiger, it's one of the more try-hard politics vibe tracks on here. Now, it talks about the transgender issue, and it also talks about a woman's right to choose and stuff like that. But it does like this participation ribbon version of politics where they just mention like an issue and don't really go into detail and stuff like that. Like it's the sample. It's like a sample, a Walmart sample trying to be a dinner. Like you're only giving us bits and pieces. I don't really care for it. Loud Lifting You, it's one of the more redundant tracks on this whole album. It has Ed Sheeran, another nice fire Ed Sheeran feature, but it repeats a little too much, and I kind of don't really care for it that much as a whole concept of a song or whatever. Now, this track is only 11 tracks, 11 tracks long. It's an album, and I do not really care for it. I mean, the beats are fire and flame, but when it comes to Pharrell, and sometimes he gets into politics or whatever, or he gets into race, I can't really take him seriously because he's not like versed or even thought this out on what he's going to say about these particular issues. And I don't really care for it. The only like full scale song that I think deals with a issue like throughout in a good way is Don't Do It, Don't Do It. But that's it. That's really what I really feel. And I kind of think it's kind of silly that Rolling Sevens have this little sample that says mad ethnic, but you have a white girl on the cover. Like, what's up with that? And Pharrell got in trouble for like his last album, Girl, for not showing any minority women or black women on his album. So I don't know why he's gonna try this again. But overall, this album, I don't really care for it. It has some nice beats in it. It's just that the lyrics doesn't really do justice to the beats that much. I don't really care about this album. I'm gonna give this album a strong 4. If you think this album is great, that's fine. But I think it's kind of below average to me. Some of the lyrical moments are pretty dumb, like the Gucci feature, pretty absolutely dumb and unnecessary. So yeah, please like, share the video, and I'm out, guys.